Hello there my fellow whole table heroes, and welcome to another Conquest video guide. So I've done live stream in a main account where obviously I was able to get permablock disk set up. So we tested a lot of stuff there. I also did a cheese video afterwards. So now, as always, at the end, this will be now footage from my other account where I don't have everything leveled up. So I'm just kind of going back and playing through entire Conquest in that account as well, and then see what I can get done with the low gear units that I have. Obviously, I'm not going to show you again the footage of my relic teams, just in this account. Some of the low gear feats, what I was able to get to do. Obviously, depending on data disk, things will go differently. So this is a part number 1, where I'll be using stacking offense disk set. And then the other one, I'll be using debuffs with weak spot. I wasn't able to get permablock actually set up in this account as well, but at least we get stacking offense from weak spot. So again, hopefully I'll cover all of these feats in both videos with different disk sets. So hopefully again can help you something out if you're still struggling with your lower gear units to get some of these feats knocked out. So we'll start off again with the buffs. So the idea here is obviously we have stacking offense disk, which gives us stacking offense for every buff we have, which is nice because obviously then we do have like solid intel. Whenever we critically hit, we gain turn meter, but most importantly we get advantage and critical damage up. Those are buffs. I also chucked in a protection shield in there for some extra durability, for recovering protection. And then look at all these discs we picked up along the way. We've got critical buffs disc, which gives us critical damage up, critical chance up at the start of the turn. We have offensive buffs giving us offense up, critical damage up, critical chance up. Now I don't know exactly, because you can see both of these discs give you basically the same critical damage up and critical chance up. Does that stack? Because if it's the same effect, because sometimes it does, sometimes it's not. Do you remember like Spy Special, right? Why is he's so big? Because he's stacking stealth every time he gains stealth. So maybe this works that way, maybe not. I don't know. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments below. And to help with survivability here, we also have critical debuffs disc that will give critical chance down, critical damage down, and offense down to the enemy. Again, helping a little bit with combination with protection shield to keeping our guys alive. So this is the set I'll be running out throughout this video. There will also be discs displayed on screen, just in case you forget what I'm rocking, or if you're just kind of coming from my website directly on a specific chapter. Alright, so we'll just start off with Sector 1 and work our way up to Sector 5. So the easiest node actually here in Sector 1 that we all have, so there's no RNG, is the Hux node here. So there's the Datacron node. Bad Batch can be tricky with low gear units if you don't have the permablock set up or any other way to control them. So for the most part, we'll be hitting this Hux node. At least you get some material, right? So at least something. Luckily they're slow, they don't have Sift Trooper, they don't hit that hard. So hopefully you can get something work done against them. So first obviously we'll do the global light side unaligned force user feat. Now I do have some of these relic, couple of gear 12, so not that low gear, but still I don't have like by all means like an ideal light side unaligned force user team in this account. These are my highest gear light side unaligned force users. But anyway, pretty straightforward battle to be honest. Although Seer without her Omicron I guess is not that great, but still gets the job done. And even Cal at gear 12, he's unique, still helping us keep our team alive. And I'm just gonna go ahead, once I got that buff immunity on Kylo, I was able to target Hux, and then just gonna go ahead, hit full auto, and eventually, as you can see, we're starting doing some damage because of stacking offense we have from the data disk and buffs. So that's the one global feat. The other global feats are kind of more effect based, not team based. So let's now do the Spectre battle. So this is for Sector 1 in Sector 1 again versus the same Hux nodes. You can see for the most part like Chopper's the highest gear 12, Ahsoka gear 10, and the other guys just like 3-star gear 8. So just kind of marquee level sort of stuff. So the good thing about as well this feat is they don't have to survive, you just have to win. As long as you got like 1 or 2 relic units, or on this case gear 12 and gear 10, they were able to actually carry this one. But anyway, we'll just go after Hux. Choppers was able to dispel the taunt on Kylo, so we just want to go after Hux. He's the troublemaker here, right? As soon as we're getting down, things will become easier. We can get the mass assist going. Ooh, almost got Hux down. Will this do it? There we go. Even low gear Sabine, thanks to that stacking offense, was able to there finish off Hux. I mean, you still have threat there. First order executioner, if you've seen from some of the previous battles, he can ramp up the damage, so definitely want to take care of him as soon as we can. There you go. Now it's an opportunity. Kylo dropped his taunt. Okay, and the taunt is back up. Alright, an AoE coming in. Sure, basic will do. Alright, okay, looks like we'll just have to go through Kylo first. Oh, there goes the taunt. Let's go ahead and finish him so he doesn't get taunt back again. And now let's quickly take out first order executioner. Sabine went down, but it's okay. Again, we don't need to have everybody surviving. And with Hux, Kylo, and executioner down, at this point you can basically just hit auto, because these guys, Phasma and first order TIE pilot, they can't do a whole lot without their Omicrons active here in the Conquest. So it's a Spectre one with relatively low gear. You know, you can still get things done versus Hux node. So as you can see, I just wanted to verify that this really counts, because we never know do they have to survive or not, and it counts even though not everybody survived. Moving up onto Sector 2, again, whenever possible, I will be hitting Datacron nodes because they are all the same for all of us, and also you can earn some Datacron material in the process. So this is Sector 2, and the feat we will be attempting is the one where we have to win with 3 Dark Clones, but they don't have to survive. So as you can see again, low gear, like gear 1, level 1, whatever, right? So versus Mon Mothma, I think like Trail Lead could be good, right? Because they keep counter-attacking, and then, you know, they just kind of kill themselves, and then Vader will get a turn. He's getting a bunch of speed because of Empire, Sith allies, and Rebel enemies. So hopefully he can get a turn in there quickly and get things under control, and then the clones can just, you know, bite the dust, I guess. We just need them to enter the battle, and even if, not if, when they get defeated, it won't even matter. There we go. Okay, 2 clones down. So you can see Treslead doing the work here. They're kind of dealing damage to themselves with all those attacks out of turn. Vader finally getting in there, chucking a Force Crush, obviously going to Merciless, and now we can just take these guys down one at a time again. Anytime we get a buff, which is every turn from all those buff discs, we are ramping up our offense, so we should be able to finish these guys off. There we go, very quickly, very easy. A bit of situation obviously there with Pathfinder surviving, but eventually once he's left alone you can go ahead and finish him. So, you know, one ways of getting this clone feats done quite easily. Again, just kind of verifying, same as within Sector 1 for the Spectre feat. Does it count if they get defeated? And as you can see there, it does. I was credited. Okay, so now we are moving on to Sector 4, because in Sector 3 I didn't really find, like, there was nothing really low gear in there, I think. Or at least in this account I didn't have anything low gear to deal with. So we will be again here hitting the Datacron node, Geos in Sector 4, where we do have the feat with Batcher. But I think, yeah, Batcher has to survive in this one. That is correct. So that's a slight difference from the other feats we had so far. So what I was using Padme, because with Padme, light side allies, so not just Galactic Republic, but all light side allies, they gain 50% max health. And then also, when they have protection up, they resist and can't be critically hit. So lots of survivability here with Padme. So, you know, very nice one. And then in combination, you've probably seen this before, like if you don't have voluntary Vanguard discs, like in this set, I'm not equipping it in case you don't have, then you can use 5s and what, and then 5s basically becomes virtually indestructible with protection shield or any other disc that will give him back protection. And then Anakin is there just for some damage output, really. And then Batcher, I did actually have to a little bit mod him there got him to gear 8 and protection, just all 4 mods protection primaries. We need Batcher to survive the AoE from Geo Brood Alpha. That's the only AoE Geos have. The other guys will just keep hitting 5s into infinity. So just maybe not level 1 gear 1 Batcher, but at least like gear 8 and put some protection on him in combination with Padme's lead. You know, we'll be able to take those AoEs from Brood Alpha. Anyway, tank tech over on 5s. Now hit full auto here, but just looking at the footage, you probably shouldn't. Make sure to put Mat Pack over on Batcher on what's next turn, so that Batcher can recover protection as well. So, you know, every few turns when Alpha does his AoE, Batcher is back to full health and protection. As you can see, in combination with Padme's lead, look at Batcher, even gear 8, very durable. If you have a Vitality Disc, that will give you even more durability. And we're just gonna go ahead, hit full auto here. It'll take a while, but eventually we'll start taking these guys down with all that stacking damage we're getting from our discs. There we go. It'll take about, I don't know, it took like a 3-4 minutes or something, but eventually you do get them down. Good thing about it is, yes, battles do take long, but they're full auto at least. So if you still need these feed done, that's one way of doing it. But obviously I'll have another another video with a different disc set with the weak spot, which, spoiler alert, that one is more powerful, but again, I appreciate not everybody or may be able to pick that up, so I'm just gonna give you 2 videos with 2 different disc sets, and hopefully you have something in there that can help you out. So that's all for this video. Hopefully I'll see you in part 2 with the weak spot data disc set, but until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.